my children! You know, to many of us, the occult is a strange phenomenon. People react with shock and amazement at it. However, there are those who have to encounter these things all the time. These are the MonsterMen.
MonsterMen began as a backup story in the pages of Hellboy. It follows the exploits of Benedict, an occult detective who always wears a knight's helmet upon his head, while the rest of his attire is more stylish. He is an expert in the mystical and supernatural, and finds his home inside an abandoned cruise liner washed up on a shore. He is aided in his adventures by Lawrence St. George, a quirky filmmaker and multi-millionaire, and occasionally by a reporter named Sunset Lane and an engineer named Hodgson. The collected edition within the Longbox today contains 5 stories, some of them with multiple parts, due to being published in more than one issue. The first is a ghost story involving Hollywood intrigue called Silent as the Grave. An actress in one of Lawrence's movies has been missing after she was accused of murdering her boyfriend. She turns up sometime later without any hair and clutching 7 keys. But while this intrigue is going on, we also meet Krulk, a twisted, villainous man who unleashes a demonic creature into the air that attacks our heroes. How did the actress's boyfriend die? And what connection has it to a ghostly apparition in her home? We follow that up with Autopsy in B-flat. The title actually refers to a movie story that Lawrence St. George has written, but it has no real connection to the main story. While Benedict and Lawrence wait for a certain vampire to return to his coffin, Lawrence recounts a tale of squid-faced pirates and an equally squid-faced Stradivarius player who interrupts his peaceful rest on an island. But the question does linger for us. Is it a peaceful rest, or was he resting in peace? My personal favorite is A Gift for the Wicked, a Christmas story, but you would not expect it with how it begins. A man hires Benedict and his crew to investigate strange creatures that are stalking a mansion where his crewmen refuse to do any more work until the creatures are removed. And rest assured, the creatures are dangerous, but at the same time, they are pitiful things. Where grace and youth should have filled out their features, greed and intolerance pulled them into shreds. But what is their true identity? Well, let's just say they have a Dickensian origin, my children. The Skull and Snowman brings that twisted Krulk back into things. He has come across the location of a dangerous, evil skull that, if not kept from evil hands, could mean doom and destruction across the land. He has gone to Benedict for protection, but finds little before he is dragged down to the depths. Benedict and Lawrence travel to Mount Everest to retrieve the skull, but they have many forces to contend with as they pursue it, and meet up with the legendary Yeti. However, the Yeti is only the name he is known as these days, after he shunned the race of his creator. The final story is O Sinner Beneath Us. After a routine job of exorcising a ghost, Benedict and Miss Lane find themselves trapped under a collapsed mansion. They encounter Krulk once more, who has escaped the pits of hell with another evil skull, a mustachioed one that has much power over the living. Benedict must rescue Miss Lane from its influence, as well as stop the mustachioed demoniac before he can rise again.
MonsterMen is a tale that throws you headfirst into a world of ghosts, demons, and high adventure. Check it out, my children. This collection even has prose stories of classic sci-fi and fantasy. While I prefer the sequential stories, they do come with fabulous illustrations by Gary Gianni, creator of MonsterMen.